You wouldn't have your job if you weren't beautiful. It's very sad. It must be a pretty picture you dropped in. And I'd look her right in that fat, ugly face. She's gotten a little bit large. I don't think you should dress like you weigh 120 pounds. I don't want to sound too much like a chauvinist, but when I come home and dinner's not ready, I go through the roof. A person who's flat-chested is very hard to be a 10. She ate like a pig. You could see there was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever. The boob job is terrible. You know, they look like two light bulbs coming out of a body.
Is unattractive both inside and out. I fully understand why her former husband left her for a man.
Maybe she should feel that way.
There are a lot of women out there that, demand that the husband act like the wife.
I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. She's really a beautiful baby. She's got Marla's legs. We don't know whether or not she's got this part yet, but time will tell.
What happens if Marla gained this kind of weight? Would you drop her?
I'd say start working out.
I have no respect for her. I don't think she's very good.
I would say she's in the 4 or 5 category. I like the way she used to look. I don't like the way she looks now.
There are 2 other women now who claim that there'd been sexual harassment.
They probably do love their names splashed across the front pages. You say, "Oh, hello, darling, how are you?" And you get sued because you've destroyed somebody's life. It's ridiculous.
You have a young woman that was in his room, his hotel room, late in the evening at her own will. You have a young woman who was seen dancing for the beauty contest, dancing with a big smile on her face. Planned Parenthood should absolutely be defunded.
Do you believe in punishment for abortion? Yes or no, as a principle?
There has to be some form of punishment.
For the woman?
Yeah.
Do you think she felt pressure to come back after 3 weeks?
I don't think so. I think she loves her job.
She wouldn't have felt the need to do that because you might have replaced her otherwise.
No. Although it's an interesting premise.
I have been better to women than any of these candidates, frankly.
It's true with stars that they can grab women by the...
Well, that's what it's. If you look over the last million years, I guess that's been largely true. Not always, but largely true. Unfortunately or fortunately.
You consider yourself to be a star?
I think you can say that. She's accusing me of rape. A woman that I have no idea who she is. It came out of the blue. She's accusing me of rape, of raping her. The worst thing you can do, the worst charge, and you know it's not true too. You're a political operative also. You're a disgrace. But she's accusing me, and so are you, of rape, and it never took place. And I will tell you, I made that statement, and I said, while it's politically incorrect, she's not my type, and that's 100% true. She's not my type. There's this ridiculous situation that we're doing right now. It's a big fat hoax. She's a liar, and she's a sick person, in my opinion. Really sick. Something wrong with her. Actually, she was down in Palm Beach. I moved on her, and I failed. I'll admit it.
Whoa.
I did try. She was married.
That's huge news there.
No, Nancy.
Yeah.
No, this was, and I moved on her very heavily. In fact, I took her out furniture shopping. She wanted to get some furniture. I said, I'll show you where there's some nice furniture. I took out furniture. I moved on her like a bitch. But I couldn't get there. And she was married. And all of a sudden, I see her. She's now got the big phony tits and everything. She's totally changed her look.
Jeez, your girl's hot as shit. Look at the purple.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes, Nadal has scored.
Whoa.
Oh, my man. Wait, you gotta look at me when you get out of your
Set this up.
That is very
You give me the thumbs up.
You are.
You gotta put the thumbs up. You gotta get the thumbs up. Can't be too happy.
Anybody else off first? Yeah, let me.
It's very
You
funny.
gotta give the thumbs up.
You and I will work it.
Got it.
Maybe it's a different one.
Better not be the thumbs. No, it's her.
Yeah, that's her, with the gold. I'm going to use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy. Do anything.
Look at those legs. All I can see is the legs.
No, it looks good.
Come on, Shorty.
Oh, nice legs, huh?
Oof, get out of the way, huh? That's good legs. Go ahead.
It's always good if you don't fall out of the bus. Like Ford, Gerald Ford, remember?
Down below. Pull the hand.
How are you? Hi.
Mr. Trump, how are
Nice seeing you. Terrific.
An interview this morning on the coronavirus. This thing's going away. It will go away like things go away, despite ongoing cases and deaths.
Going away.
Isn't that should you tell you out of reality?
It's going away. No, it'll go away. Things go away. Absolutely. It's no question in my mind. It will go away. Please go ahead. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
In an interview this morning, Mr. President, you were talking about opening the schools, and you said children are virtually immune from COVID-19, but children have contracted this virus and some have died.
Well, I say that I'm talking about from getting very sick. If you look at children, I mean, they're able to throw it off very easily. And it's an amazing thing because some flus, they don't. They get very sick and they have problems with flus and they have problems with other things. But for whatever reason, the China virus, children handle it very well. And they may get it, but they get it and it doesn't have much of an impact on them. And if you look at the numbers of in terms of mortality, fatality, the numbers for children under a certain age, meaning young, their immune systems are very, very strong. They're very powerful, and they seem to be able to handle it very well. And that's according to every statistic. I'd like to see the schools open. I think many of the schools, most just very powerful light. And I think you said that hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way. And I think you said you're going to test that too. Sounds interesting. Right, and then I see the disinfectant, where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number of the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds interesting to me.
Well, today, the governor of Maryland had to warn citizens to not ingest or inject disinfectants into their bodies. This came after the state received more than 100 calls to its emergency hotline asking for guidance. And to be clear, that is dangerous. The warning came after President Trump suggested scientists look into disinfectants as a treatment, a way to internally cleanse the body. CBS's Paula Reed is at the White House. And Paula, what's the president saying tonight?
Nora, today the president tried to walk back his suggestion that humans could be injected with disinfectants to fight COVID-19. And he proposed this idea after listening to a presentation where it was mentioned that bleach is effective against the virus on hard surfaces and in the air.
The radical left.
President Trump claimed today he was just kidding when he suggested injecting disinfectant to fight coronavirus.
But I was asked you to start casting a very sarcastic question to the reporters in the room about disinfectant on the inside.
But there was no trace of sarcasm when he said this Thursday night.
And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number of the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that.
Cameras captured Dr. Deborah Birx appearing to wince as the president made those remarks. The makers of Lysol issued a statement warning that under no circumstance should our disinfectant products be administered into the human body.
If people are listening to even a sarcastic remark like that could potentially be actionable, again, it could lead to